this season is going to be incredible with this new rebuild. You know, JT, I've kind of said that the Steelers have, it seems like they've just thrown it all against the wall to see what is going to stick.
Right.
But let's evaluate this game against the Jets.
Yep.
Not a top-tier NFL team.
Right.
Week 1 is kind of feeling out who you are. What did you like offensively that you saw against the Jets?
What I like offense was the play calling. The play calling, I think, probably the best I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years.
You know why? Because you have, since Bruce Arians been here, you have the best offensive coordinator that's hit Pittsburgh since Bruce Arians. You want to know his name? Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers. He's been there. He's done that. All that knowledge.
Well, Tomlin offers respect that because he brought him in here.
That's right.
And I think there's one thing that people didn't understand. Well, why are you bringing him in for 1 year? Well, you know, knowledge is power.
Yes.
And I heard Tomlin say, well, what can I tell him he haven't heard before? You know, so basically, you brought in someone that you can partner with, you know, in that era of intellect, but also you bring in maturity. You bring a guy in, you need someone to calm the pack. Nothing's going to upset Aaron Rodgers. You got guys that are wondering what's going on, and based on the calmness of that quarterback, he's leading them. You know, it's like your kid, you know, when you got your father. If dad is here, you ain't scared of nothing. You don't worry about anything if dad is here. You know, and that's the same thing here. They got a daddy and quarterback.
I love that.
Yeah, they do. And so when you get daddies, you don't worry about nothing when the father's in the game.
Amen.
So you look at Aaron from that, and I'm sure Coach Tomlin sees the same way. This guy brings experience. What situation he hasn't seen? You know, the storm is not going to rock him. Well, the storm close enough. He calms himself in the storm.
I think he likes this. He's one of these guys that likes the storm.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah, bring the storm.
Bring it.
Because see what happens. Sometimes people want the storm to quiet down.
No.
At his age, doesn't matter. I'm gonna quiet down. The hell with the storm.
That's right.
So, and what makes championship is the guys that can quiet down in the storm.
That's right.
Not quiet the storm, because they don't want the storm to go away. No, the storm ain't going away. You playing at this level, it's always a storm. So, who has to come down? You got to come down, and that's what's tough. Because in the storm, we get anxious with anxiety, and so we don't know how to calm ourselves. We want the storm to go away.
That's like fist fighting or boxing.
Right.
You don't go in all crazy, angry. You sit there and you pick your punches, you know, and that's what the calmness of Aaron Rodgers brings to this.
He brings that. He brings the maturity, and he's not getting anxious about anything. You know, he's going to be concerned, but he's not going to show any anxiety about anything.
You know what I liked? And even go to Boswell's game-winning field goal. He still plays like a 10th grader. When Aaron Rodgers made some passes, when the Boswell made the kick at the end, you saw the joy come out of him. You combine those two things, the calm gunfighter and that youthful exuberance, man. I love it.
And I like the word too. You know, we get happy by events. Joy is a constant.
Yeah.
See, and he brings that. I mean, he brings the joy that not over the top. It's not with a lot of excitement, but when you got a guy like that in the hole, you know, it's kind of like Terry Bradshaw. He was like that. A guy brings the joy. He didn't worry about anything. I mean, regardless of the situation, he thought that he could win it. You know, and so when you see that maturity, and also in the years, even with Terry Bradshaw, I mean, just a short story. We got our ass kicked in Three Rivers one. We sitting in our sauna. Our sauna turned into a beer garden after the game. That's another story. You know.
What were we drinking? Iron City or whatever the hell you had?
Yeah, we had beer. And Brad and I, Dwight White, Moon Mother, and Donnie Shell was sitting there, and Brad was sitting there crying his beer almost. And he said, I stunk up this, you know. And Dwight said, we all stunk. We got our ass kicked. And he said something that was very powerful. He said, but you know what, guys? That was the year, I think, first or second Super Bowl. He said, you guys can lose with me. He had a bad game. He said, but you can't win without me. And Dwight White say that again, man. And Dwight said, that shit is right. And that we went on, and because of that, but that was his attitude, And when you get a guy like that, you trust him.
Yeah, man.
Chuck
You have to. You got to trust the guy beside you. You got to.
I mean, Chuck trusts him to call his own plays. Think about that.
Well, this is what I like about Aaron Rodgers.
Now,
if Tomlin and Arthur Smith know what they're doing, they're going to trust Aaron. And you saw him against the Jets, man.
Yeah.
He made multiple.
Yeah.
He goes up the line of scrimmage. He sees the coverage. He's like, no, watch this.
I mean,
bang.
Yeah.
And his snap of his wrist, bang, bang, bang.
He's like a great musician. He don't care what key you in.
What you know about being a musician?
A little bit. But anyway, play a keyboard and organ.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter what key you in. Sometimes it takes a lot of guys to find the key. Aaron will find the key after the first measure.
Yeah.
He got the key. Because so that's a huge asset, I think, to stabilize this team. And because I think they're looking into the future, but I think he's going to be a big stabilizing factor.
Look, if you can keep him healthy, and this is a good season, you may very well have Aaron Rodgers for 2 more years from what I saw.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, what I saw. Keeping him healthy.
Yeah.
That all-important left tackle position.
Yeah. Offensive line got him. Yeah.
We got a problem in River City.
Yeah.
And look, I like Broderick Jones a lot. He's a good kid. He came into this season, he lost some weight. I talked to him in training camp, JT. He's a right guard or a left guard in this NFL. He's not a tackle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it bore fruit against the Jets. I mean, I know Coach Tomlin's not a guy to make sudden knee-jerk reactions. Chris Fontenot is an athlete. I watched some movement on him. You got to make that switch right now and put Chris at left tackle, or you're not going to get through 16, 18 games with Aaron Rodgers.
Right, because Chris has quicker feet. See,
he's an athlete. You can see it.
Today in the game with the linebackers coming, you got to have athletic tackles.
Oh, absolutely.
Like back in the day, we had a Larry Brown.
Larry.
Those type of guys.
Yeah.
Those guys had quick feet and strong hands.
Even Anthony Munoz with Cincinnati, who's a massive man.
Quick feet.
Yeah, and if you're going up, I always use the litmus test for a defensive end or an outside linebacker. Lawrence Taylor.
Oh yeah, well that's another.
LT's.
That's another breed.
Yeah, he's from planet Pluto, wherever LT came from.
Yeah, that's another breed.
To me, that's what's got to be in your mentality as the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
I need a left tackle that can block a Lawrence Taylor.
Right. Yeah.
And is smart enough to know if he's looping this way, something's coming.
Yeah.
Whether it's JT Thomas up the C gap, JT up the B gap, something else is going on. But I'm hugely concerned right now with that left tackle position because it happened with Broderick last year at right.
Yeah.
I mean, a bull rush is probably the biggest. If you guys know what the bull rush is, defensive lineman just comes in, manhandles the offensive lineman. It's an insult.
Right. I agree.
It's an insult to the offensive lineman. It means you stink.
That shouldn't happen.
And it happened multiple times against the Jets with Broderick.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key, protecting him, giving him the time. He's not going to be a problem. Like I say, the situation with him is deja vu. Every moment will be deja vu for him.
With the injury.
Well, I'm talking about Roger in terms of deja vu to what he sees. What's happening.
Yeah.
It's nothing new to him. You're not going to throw anything that he hasn't seen. He's going to adjust and change keys. The problem, we have time. And I think, that's going to be the key. Because they're going to come after him.
You hear so much about the quarterback needs 2.5 seconds in the league to get the pass off, which is a split second of timing. And at times, he didn't even have that on Sunday, and it's very concerning.
Well, the thing about today, the game, there's no pocket. Really. The pocket now has moved from sideline to sideline, and as a quarterback, you have to create a pocket. That's why most of the quarterbacks now, if they're not running a 4-5, they're not alive.
I don't think Aaron's running that anymore.
That's why you got to secure that offensive line.
Oh, boy.
Because the game has changed. When you got two linebackers, one role is to come hell-bent for election every play.
That's right.
That means the pocket had moved from sideline to sideline, and you have to create a pocket. And that's what changed the game. So to sit in the pocket and look around, the Brady days, they're gone.
Yeah.
because there's no pocket.
Well, you look at this meet of, our guys in Alex Highsmith or Watt on the other edge. Highsmith had a great game.
He did.
I mean, he looked amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are cheetah speed, at, like you said, at 6'3", 6'4", 240, and they're running 4'3" to 4'6".
These guys,
That's
amazing.
Terrifying.
It is.
What did you run in 5.0?
My 40, you have to understand that we ran the 40 a little different from them. We ran on Bermuda grass.
The what?
Bermuda grass.
It's a beautiful grass.
Well, but it's grass. Okay, we ran in Rodgers shoes.
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't on turf and Air Nikes or whatever you want to call
the
them.
old black, like.
Yeah, the black heavy shoes.
Oh my God.
It was I ran a 4.4.
In those shoes.
And on grass.
It was like running Florisheim's.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. The 4.4.
4.4.
That wasn't our police speed now. That wasn't the police speed. So can we compete today? Yeah. People ask me all the time.
Technology.
Well, they say, what was your time? 4.4. What they run today? 4.4.
Dude, you would have been running a 4.2.
Yeah, but like some grass.
On turf?
Yeah, you guys on turf.
With Nikes that were custom made.
Yeah,
you would have been running a 4.2.
Oh, yeah, the aerodynamic cut. Really, Riddell shoes on the doing grass. I hit this stick.
You know what a slow white guy, fullback out of Latrobe ran?
What's that?
6'2" with a win behind me. 6'2" with a 1 behind me.
Yeah, so I think the speed hasn't changed that much, except the biggest change in NFL I see is the interior linemen, offensive. They're probably about 25, 30 pounds bigger. That's where the
they're massive, these younger men. They're massive.
Our guys, 265, 275. Well, a couple of guys, Ernie Holmes, 300, but about 275, 65 with the offensive line. Today they're 300.
These kids are massive. Even, you look at the running back position.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Derrick Henry was
that was a moose. Yeah.
Was an offensive tackle 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, we hope you've enjoyed it. Joining JT Thomas, NFL legend, Steeler legend. Well, I'm going to give you credit for the 4th Super Bowl, even though you were sick, okay?
I was there. I just didn't play in the game.
Hey, Dwight White got off the pneumonia table. You could have done the same thing. Was he that sick?
Oh, yeah. Dwight come out. He didn't practice all week.
And he come in and play in the Super Bowl.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Didn't practice all week and came in and played a great game. And that was that's a lot of. We'll talk about that later.
You got your 4th ring, though.
Oh, yeah.
So you played in 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I was on team. Well, guess what? A lot of guys.
Stop touching me.
I can't help it. It's hidden time.
Yes, it is. It is time to lock up, man.
Yeah, but a lot of guys, even our 4th Super Bowl, the last one, Jack Ham been playing. Well, a lot of guys.
Yeah.
You look at that defense. A lot of guys from the first 3 went in that 4th one.
Vince Ferragamo.
Oh, yeah.
He's a nice guy. I met Vince a couple of times.
I met him. I think I sacked him and blitzed him in the Super Bowl.
I met him when I sacked him. I love that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right. It is Tank and JT Thomas from our locker room this season for Let's Talk Steelers. Please come to Cigars International, Bridgeville, Pennsylvania.
Most definitely.
September 21st against the Boston Bean Eaters, the Patriots. JT Thomas will be here. He'll sign some autographs. Papa Pilar rum samplings and tastings.
Most definitely, yeah.
It's going to be a great time. And of course, we'll be filming all season long here. It's Let's Talk Steelers. JT will join us. And of course, the quarterback, Mike McMahon, when he's done coaching the North Catholic High School football team, and Joey Filitsky to a state championship, we hope.
Yeah.
All right, Let's Talk Steelers. I'm Tank. He's JT Thomas. I've got no rings. He's got 4.